Please welcome to the stage Trey Stevens, co-founder and executive chairman of Anduril Industries.
Wow, that was way more of a response than I was expecting. So good morning, everyone. It is a true privilege to be back here today in my home state of Ohio for a monumental occasion, not just for Anduril, but for the future of defense manufacturing and American innovation. We were originally planning on doing this event on Monday, next Monday, but it got pulled forward to today due to an important national event, and I'm not talking about the inauguration. Growing up just down the road in Lebanon, I was shaped by the legacy of industrial strength that defined so many families. Like many Ohioans, my family's story is tied to the post-war manufacturing boom, a cycle of opportunity and loss that left a lasting impact on this region, like the winding up and down tracks of the Beast at Kings Island, which my dad helped to build in 1979. Ohio has also always been a place of resilience and reinvention, where hard work and innovation turn challenge into opportunity. Today, we are here to write the next chapter in that proud tradition. When we started Anduril, we had a clear mission: to build the future of defense technology, faster, smarter, and more adaptive than ever before. Because in today's world, success is measured not just in capabilities, but in how quickly and efficiently we can deliver them. Across the globe, we see rising threats to democratic values and the rule of law. The speed and scale of technological innovation have become decisive factors in national security. More time has passed between the development of the SR-71 Blackbird in 1964 and today than between the first flight of the Wright Flyer and that same development in 1964. This seems unfathomable given the pace of technological change over recent decades. But this initiative is part of something much larger. During World War II, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt famously spoke of America as the arsenal of democracy, a nation whose industrial power supplied the tools needed to defend freedom. That arsenal was forged in places like Ohio, where manufacturing strength and ingenuity answered the call to protect liberty around the world. Today, the call remains the same. Our nation must once again harness its industrial base to meet the demands of a new era of warfare and deterrence. We look forward to the day when Ohio's legacy is cemented as the birthplace of next-generation autonomous aviation. And luckily, we don't need crummy, windy weather to get off the ground with our planes, so there's significantly lower risk of leaving for North Carolina, whose claim to being first in flight is as laughable today as it was in 1903. I want to express my deepest gratitude to both Governor DeWine and Lieutenant Governor John Husted, whose visionary leadership has made this partnership possible. Their dedication to growing Ohio's economy, strengthening our national security capabilities, and supporting innovation in defense manufacturing is truly unmatched. It is now my honor to introduce Governor DeWine, whose leadership will continue to shape Ohio's bright future. Thank you so much.
Please welcome the Governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine.
Trey, thank you very, very much. You know, with today's announcement, once again, this emphasizes that this truly is Ohio's time. This is our time. You know, last night, Fran and I, Lieutenant Governor Husted, his wife Tina, some of the Jobs Ohio team, had dinner with the team. Had dinner with the Anduril team, people who had founded or leading this great company. Trey, Matt, Palmer, Brian. This is a team that is inspiring. And I wish each and every one of you could have been there last night just to hear them. To hear them tell the story of Anduril, but also to tell the story of where they're going in the future. Truly, truly inspiring. This team is still young. They're visionary. They're aggressive. And something that really impressed me is how much capital, how much money they're pouring into research each and every day. They are a nimble team. They're quick. They're the type of people, type of company that we need to have in Ohio, and we are so happy that they are here. This is also a very dangerous time, as Trey said, a perilous time in our country's history. I just want to say that Lieutenant Governor Houston and I and all the people of Ohio are so very, very proud that with Anduril, we will continue to help our warfighters. We'll continue to help the men and women who are out there keeping us safe every single day. I want to, again, thank them for being here, everything that they have done. To our friends at Anduril, we welcome you to Ohio. But it's really not welcoming you, it's kind of welcoming back. As you heard about Trey when he talked, originally from Lebanon, Southwest Ohio's Warren County. So glad to see him back here in the Buckeye State. Anduril Senior Vice President, Strategy, Zach Mears, resident of Springfield, graduate of the Ohio State University. Zach is another example of the great talent that has been grown and developed here in the state of Ohio. Lieutenant Governor Houston and I had the opportunity to meet with Trey and Zach and with co-founder Matt Grimm and many others from Anduril Industries back in September. We invited them to come and eat. We sort of do these meetings with food. We asked them to come for a hearty Ohio breakfast, and we discussed all the reasons why Ohio is really on the very leading edge of aeronautics and aviation technology. We're truly the heart of American innovation and manufacturing excellence. The conversation that day was fascinating. Anduril is truly revolutionizing America's military might, really across the board. We cannot be happier that they're bringing this work right here to Pickaway County, right here to Ohio. Anduril is joining the wave of U.S. coastal companies that have been expanding to Ohio. Jobs Ohio reports that since 2019, 62 companies from the coast have expanded, come here to Ohio, bringing more than 21,000 jobs, $52 billion in capital investment. And of course, it makes perfect sense that Anduril chose Ohio for the new advanced manufacturing facility that Trey just told you about. Ohio has been leading aerospace since its inception. Ohio is the birthplace of aviation, and not far from here, Huffman Prairie, where the Wright brothers perfected flying, where they established the very first factory then to build powered aircraft in Dayton. And then came, of course, the revolutionary shift to the jet age, emerging during World War II, that being led by Ohio innovators at Lewis Field, now NASA Glenn in Cleveland, and at Wright, what was then called Wright Field in Dayton. The space age followed Ohio native John Glenn into the Earth's orbit, and of course, Neil Armstrong onto the moon's surface. Today, Ohio continues to dominate in aviation and aerospace technology. And this success isn't just a matter of chance. We have been planning for this. 20 years ago, when I was in the United States Senate, working together with the leadership in Dayton and Ohio, we launched a proactive campaign to not only protect Wright-Patterson Air Force Base from closure, but to vastly expand its missions. And we have been successful. Today, Wright-Patterson's workforce has doubled in size to 38,000 people, creating a massive military network at the forefront of aerospace and our national defense. It is really, truly where the research of the Air Force takes place. Overall, Ohio's network of military and federal facilities supports nearly 400,000 jobs here in Ohio and contributes $40 billion to the state economy each year. And it's only getting better and it's only getting bigger. When I became governor, John Houston became lieutenant governor, we asked our team at Jobs Ohio, intensify your efforts on attracting even more of the military, defense, and aerospace industries here. And let me tell you, they have delivered. Ohio, of course, is the home to GE Aerospace, Honeywell, L3 Harris, General Dynamics, Boeing, and more recently, Joby Aviation in Sierra Nevada, and now Anduril. Clearly, our state's national defense history runs deep. It's in our DNA. But what sets Ohio apart, I think, really is our readiness to embrace the future. This announcement today is about a company that is about the future. There's simply no better place for Anduril to design, to test, to build the next evolution of aviation, aerospace, and defense technologies. Their new manufacturing facility right here in Pickaway County is the single largest job creation and new payroll generating project in all of Ohio's history. They are committing to bring 4,000 new jobs with an average salary of $132,000 to Ohio over the next 10 years. No company has brought more jobs or new payroll to Ohio in a single project ever. Many additional indirect jobs, of course, will also be associated with this project. In addition to that, there'll be thousands of construction jobs associated with building their nearly $1 billion facility here in Pickaway County. The fact that they are locating it here, adjacent to Rickenbacker, I think is both practical and fitting. Our own Columbus, Ohio native Eddie Rickenbacker, America's ace of aces in World War I, was renowned for technological innovation. A visionary of air combat, he was an industry leader in war and in peace. Rickenbacker's legacy parallels closely with this vision that we are seeing outlined today. At this critical moment, our country requires rapid technological innovation to ensure combat superiority for the foreseeable future. The collaborative combat aircraft is one example of this. They are reimagining and re-engineering the future of aerospace power through its autonomous weapon system, enabled by artificial intelligence. The goal is to manufacture these autonomous weapon systems and munitions at hyperscale and hyperfast. The future of American air power will be made right here in the state of Ohio. Ohio has the workforce. Ohio has the expertise. And Ohioans have the passion and the grit to do great things at great scale, at great speed. Here in Ohio, we don't just fill jobs, we take on missions. Ohio's honored to join and determined to fulfill this mission. This truly is Ohio's time. And here in Pickaway County, this is the place where we will make history again. Thank you very much.
Joining us next is Brian Schimpf, co-founder and chief executive officer of Anduril Industries.
Thank you, Governor DeWine, for that introduction and your continued leadership. So today's announcement marks a pivotal moment for Anduril and for Ohio. and for the future of our nation's defense capabilities. The decision to build Arsenal One here in Pickaway County reflects our shared commitment to strengthen America's industrial base, create transformative opportunities for American workers, and ensure the United States and our allies remain secure in the face of an evolving threat. To do that, the defense industrial base must be capable of producing orders of magnitude more weapons than it is currently producing today. The conflict in Ukraine has exposed a critical vulnerability in the United States' ability to respond to crisis. In a major conflict, use of weapons and munitions would quickly exceed supply. The United States would run out in the first few weeks of any conflict. And lead times to replenish key weapons and munitions average 2 years. We do not have the capability to deter the conflict of today, and we are vulnerable to the looming conflict of the future. Put simply, we need to manufacture more weapons faster. To support that effort, Anduril is investing our own dollars to hyperscale weapons and aircraft manufacturing. Arsenal One is more than a manufacturing facility. It's a bold step forward in how we produce the autonomous systems and advanced weapons needed to win the future fight. Our adversaries are investing heavily in capacity and speed. We must do the same. Arsenal One will combine scalable, software-driven manufacturing to enable the rapid mass production of these autonomous weapons and systems. This is how we move from incremental gains to transformational capability. We're ready to respond to the demands of both today and tomorrow. This is how we win. And we choose Ohio because Ohio is built for this. With its unmatched infrastructure, central location, and a world-class manufacturing workforce, Ohio offers the ideal foundation for Arsenal One. From aerospace innovation to military research, this state has a proud tradition of advancing American ingenuity. It's also home to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, the Air Force Research Laboratory, and countless organizations shaping the future of defense. Anduril and Ohio are teamed on the most important tech mission there is, building technology that ensures the men and women in uniform who serve each day to protect our vital interests are safe, prepared, and elite. Our investment in Arsenal One is an investment in Ohio's future. Nearly $1 billion that will bring more than 4,000 jobs and strengthen local supply chains. This is, as the governor said, the single largest job creation project in Ohio's history. Thousands more jobs will be supported across construction, suppliers, and adjacent industries. Together, we are building not just a factory, but a lasting economic and security legacy. The unique infrastructure at Arsenal One will allow us to scale and deliver at unprecedented speeds. At full scale, this is 5 million square foot facility will produce tens of thousands of autonomous systems annually, enhancing our warfighting capabilities and those of our allies. And we are here today because of the visionary leaders like Governor DeWine and Lieutenant Governor John Husted, the state and federal legislatures, Jobs Ohio, and leaders across the state who understand the importance of investing in innovation and national security. Thank you for your trust and partnership. And since 2017, Anduril has sprinted towards our mission, and we would not be here today if not for our partners and collaborators who did not move fast with us in this extremely tight timeline. Thank you very much. So to the people of Anduril and the great state of Ohio, let's get to work. Together, we're redefining what's possible, strengthening America's readiness, and building the arsenal of democracy for the 21st century. Thank you very much.
Please welcome Lieutenant Governor of Ohio, John Husted.
All right, this is really cool, isn't it? I am so excited for this celebration today. It's an announcement, but it's a celebration of a lot of people's hard work. Because we know that in Ohio, we make the things that people need to live and thrive. American national security depends on what we make and innovate in Ohio. You can't do Made in America without Made in Ohio because we are essential to the supply chain. From the food you eat, to the cars you drive, to the trucks that deliver, to the airplanes that fly, to the cloud that connects us to our devices, to the chips that power them, we do it all here. And most importantly today, Ohio is at the forefront of the technology that supports our national defense. While I look out at this audience, I see so many wonderful people here. I see many members of our active military and our veterans. And it's inspiring to be reminded that while today is a big day for Ohio's economic future, It's a big day for our national security, the future of our military, and the cause of freedom. Let me share I just have to tell you this quick story about when I learned about this project. I read one morning, super early in the morning, that Anduril was conducting a national search for a site to build Arsenal 1, this giant high-tech facility that would revolutionize defense manufacturing. And I called JP way too early in the morning, and I said, JP, this is perfect. Like, Ohio has to win this. And he reassured me that Jobs Ohio was already on it, which they were. And to the Jobs Ohio team, thank you. You do such great work. We appreciate you. And Governor DeWine mentioned this. He and I and JP, through our past connection to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, just knew how uniquely qualified this state was to support automated defense systems. This is truly a victory where preparation has met opportunity. Ohio has the workforce, the research and development, the testing, the manufacturing capabilities, and the customer, and we are a perfect fit for Anduril. Ohio is already home to an array of defense manufacturing, from tanks to nuclear components for submarines and aircraft carriers, jet engines, bunker-busting bombs, sensors, automated technologies, and so much more. And we are super proud of the fact that Anduril Defense Systems will be made right here in Ohio and defend the cause of freedom around the world. Ohioans know this, but manufacturing is in our DNA. We are investing in the workforce that Anduril will need to rebuild and sustain the robust arsenal of democracy that will defend our country, deter our enemies, and protect our citizens. Ohio understands that innovation moves faster when barriers are eliminated. Our administration under Governor DeWine's leadership has been well ahead of the curve in clearing the way for companies to build in Ohio by prioritizing speed to market so that the cost of doing business here is among the lowest in the country. And like Governor DeWine mentioned in his remarks, it isn't by chance. We have been working and planning toward boosting our innovation and advanced manufacturing across the entire aviation and aerospace and military sectors for the past 20 years. Ohio has the third largest manufacturing workforce in the United States. We have 610, now 611 aerospace facilities, primarily focused on aerospace manufacturing and component suppliers, including the largest in the world, GE Aerospace. In fact, GE Aerospace not only chose Ohio for its world headquarters, but they doubled down by opening a major R&D facility outside of Cincinnati just last week. This is what we do in Ohio. Ohio is also the #1 supplier to Airbus and Boeing. And Ohio has substantial supply chain for high-strength steel, aluminum, polymers, and glass, and a strategic focus on the lightest, strongest material known to man, carbon fiber. Not only do we have world-class business ecosystem here in this state, but we have a great location too, within a day's drive of 60% of the population in the continental United States. Yes, isn't that right, Governor DeWine? Ohio is the heart of it all. We have one of the strongest workforces in the nation, and we are making more investments to further support that workforce development. Just in 2024 alone, we created almost 17,000 new career tech opportunities at our high schools. Yes, you don't need to go to college. You can get a great education, career technical education in our high schools. And in 81 of our higher education institutions, we invested funding in new technologies that are specifically focused in workforce development to make sure they have the most modern machinery and equipment to prepare young people for the future. In addition to that, in 2019, Ohio has offered, since 2019, we've offered 110,000 tech credentials through our Tech Cred program and 47,500 new STEM graduates, above what we were originally expecting, we're going to create over the next 10 years through our innovation districts. We're on this. And we're building the best high-tech workforce in the world. Today is a proud day for Ohio, and it's a proud day for everyone in this room who has been part of Ohio's winning economic development strategy. And history teaches us that the nations that are the most technologically advanced are the nations that have economic and military superiority. Today, Ohio and Anduril are bringing prosperity and security to Ohio and America. While I know many Buckeyes are kind of peeking forward to a big celebration of a big win on Monday, today Team Ohio can celebrate another huge economic victory that will provide more than 4,000 jobs in a facility that will grow to nearly 90 football fields when it's all said and done. This is yet another huge win for Ohioans so that our children and grandchildren never need to leave Ohio to find great careers and live their version of the American dream. Anduril, thank you for choosing Ohio. We look forward to many years of partnership and innovation to come. Trey, Palmer, Matt, Brian, you guys and your team are awesome, and we look forward to working with you. And may God bless Ohio and God bless America. It's a great day. Thank you.
Now please welcome J.P. Nassif, President and Chief Executive Officer of Jobs Ohio.
This is really cool, and winning does not get old. Governor and Lieutenant Governor and the Anduril team, I do appreciate the opportunity to share the stage, to be able to represent our outstanding team at Jobs Ohio, of professionals that work behind the scenes with their colleagues in state government and our network partners. Many of them are here today, but congratulations to our network partner in One Columbus. I'm grateful to be here. Welcome to Pickaway County. I also want to make sure we welcome local state representation. Senator Michelle Reynolds is here, and Representative Brian Stewart are both here. Anduril's new representatives in the Ohio State House. We all work closely together, and I want to thank them for being here today to show their support. Jobs Ohio is our state's private economic development corporation. It is a unique entity in the very mysterious world of economic development, which is a series of professionals and relationships and connectivity. We exist to help companies and their people harness all the unique competitive advantages that you heard about today, that Ohio has to offer. So many people here, it is difficult to thank them all. But we are unique. We're private. We work outside of government, but very closely alongside government. We're private, and we're able to bring in private sector level expertise to work with the geniuses at Anduril who speak in business speak. And we believe we had a wonderful experience working with you, and we know this is just the beginning of a long and successful relationship. And while today is very exciting, let's take a quick minute to look how far we've come. 14 years ago, the same year Jobs Ohio was created, Ohio bottomed out, ranking 47th out of 50 states in economic growth, 48th for job growth, and in those tradable, high-value, high-wage sectors, we were 49th out of 50 states. Those sectors are what we focus our mission around today. Now, flash forward to today. Ohio is leading the American Midwest in a historic economic revival that brings us to why we're here, to welcome Anduril Industries. And for those of you that know Ohio and know Anduril, the announcement might not seem surprising. You've heard from the governor and the lieutenant governor. It's a perfect fit. Anduril's team, like Ohioans, are patriotic innovators. We roll up our sleeves and we build things. We value service. We value family. We value community. And when we receive the call to serve, we answer it. Anduril is delivering a clear message around the world today with this announcement. If you want to develop and deliver innovative, game-changing solutions for the United States of America, Ohio is the place to make it happen. Ohio is a great place to build your business and for your people to build your families. It's the only location where you can build it with one of the largest manufacturing workforces in the country. You can test it right down the road at the National Center for Autonomous Mobility in Springfield, Ohio. And you can be close to your customer at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, where thousands of people, professionals in uniform and civilians, work every day to make sure America's arsenal is rebuilt. In fact, Ohio has the largest population of a federal workforce of any place outside of the capital region. All these individuals are focused on maintaining capabilities that keep us safe. They also create thousands of high-paying jobs and a wonderful quality of life. So Trey, Brian, Matt, and Palmer, we're excited to work with you and work with your team. And we realize the implications are beyond economic. They're national security implications. We're going to work with you after the ribbon's cut and after the celebration. And certainly we'll work very close with you to bring your supply chain partners, other customers, your workforce, and maybe a few of your competitors right here to Ohio. Thank you all very much.
Please join me in welcoming Jay Whipple, Pickaway County Commissioner.
Good morning. It is a great day, a great celebration. For decades, Pickaway County's economy was based mostly on agriculture and some manufacturing. Over 20 years ago, the county was hit hard when major manufacturers left. And during that time, we decided to invest in the talents of our people. We as leaders, businesses, schools, and families started a private-public partnership for economic development. That was the start of Pickaway Progress Partnership, or P3. Today, we are here because of that hard work, collaboration, and some good fortune. And Pickaway County has worked tirelessly to bring and prepare for this opportunity. We've invested in our infrastructure, more importantly, our people, and our workforce development. And we have created a business-friendly environment where transformative projects like Arsenal 1 can thrive. I do want to express my gratitude to our local team. My fellow commissioners, Gary Shearer, who's here today, Harold Henson, our P3 board and its director, Tim Colburn, his staff, Lexi and Tiffany, the Pickaway County Port Board, the Madison Township JED Board, also the Madison Township trustees, the Taze Valley Board of Education, Superintendent Kyle Wolf, Treasurer Trey Fosnall, our county engineer, Chris Mullins. Your dedication to the success of the Rickenbacker area and the county does not go unnoticed. I want to thank Governor DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Husted, the entire teams at Jobs Ohio, Kenny and Tom, and everyone at One Columbus, and the team at the Department of Development. Representative Stewart and Senator Reynolds, thank you for all your unwavering support in building stronger communities across Ohio. This project is more than an investment. It's a turning point. Arsenal 1 will bring thousands of good-paying jobs to Pickaway County, enhance our schools, and strengthen our infrastructure. It will provide opportunities for families to thrive, businesses to grow, and ensuring that Pickaway County remains a vibrant and resilient community for generations to come. Anduril's decision to make Pickaway County the home of Arsenal 1 speaks volumes about our region's readiness to meet the demands of modern defense manufacturing. We are proud to play a role in rebuilding the arsenal and strengthen Americans' national security. Thank you.
Finally, please welcome Lydia Mahalik, Director of the Ohio Department of Development.
Well, thank you so much. Well, good morning, everyone. What an exciting day. Anduril, we are so pumped about what you're about to do here in our great state. So whether you're a local or you're just visiting or perhaps you're going to have a permanent home here, we are pretty excited that you're here. As you may have heard, Ohio State has a pretty big football game coming up on Monday night. We're playing for the national championship once again. And while I won't be in Atlanta to cheer on the Buckeyes in person, I have certainly done my part this season. Our family has season tickets, and we join 100,000 of our closest friends at every home game to pack the horseshoe and cheer on the team. If you've never been, I have to tell you that football at the Shoe is an unforgettable experience filled with rich tradition and an undeniable energy. But for me, and many others, the moment that always gives us chills is that military flyover before a game. Now, is this tradition uniquely Ohio? Well, no, but I do know this. The only thing that gets the crowd more hyped is a touchdown. But why is that? Why do military planes flying overhead evoke such excitement? Well, there are two reasons. First, it's just really cool. And second, it ignites that patriotic spirit that is part of our DNA as Americans that calls so many of us to serve our nation in defense of the freedoms and liberties that we hold dear, especially here in the heart of it all. Ohio has always been a change the world state, a place where the boldest ideas take flight, literally and figuratively. From the first electric car starter and the modern-day golf ball, to life-saving advancements in healthcare and the Wright brothers' inaugural powered flight, our state's spirit of innovation is reflected in every sector. It's why so many of the world's most innovative and groundbreaking companies have chosen Ohio as their home. And it's why we're so excited to welcome Anduril here today. At its heart, Anduril's investment is about so much more than the thousands of advanced manufacturing jobs that it will bring to Central Ohio. It's about creating new possibilities. It means more than paychecks, but fulfilling careers that give people a sense of pride and purpose. It means parents can build brighter futures for their families and provide new opportunities for their children. For small businesses like all of those here in Pickaway County, it means a ripple effect of unprecedented growth. Local suppliers, service providers, entrepreneurs will all have more chances to expand, hire, and thrive because of this investment. And it means stronger neighborhoods. When people have good-paying jobs, they can buy homes that they've always dreamed of. They can support their local schools and help create the kind of places where people want to lay down roots. Everyone here today understands that real progress isn't just about abstract numbers or really big headlines. It's about improving the everyday lives of real people, the people who make this state what it is. Anduril's commitment today represents a shared belief in Ohio's potential and a collective promise to move this state forward, one job, one family, one dream at a time. So, maybe someday soon, the jets that you see flying over the Shoe will be sleek, cutting edge, and unmistakably bold. And they'll carry with them the three most important words in manufacturing today: made in Ohio. OH. Thank you very much.